My journey with Azusa Pacific began in spring of 2010 as an undergraduate. After completing my AA in Social and Behavioral Sciences, I began researching schools of interest in order to complete my bachelor's degree. My challenge was finding a school that would work with my busy schedule of wife, mother, and job. My theory was that God would open up the doors of opportunity wherever He wanted me to be. And shortly after I began my search, I walked into the Marietta Regional Center at APU. After graduating with my bachelor's degree in 2012, I knew that I wanted to continue my education with APU. My choice to enter the digital teaching and learning program came from my desire to stand out amongst future employers and to have a skill set that would be valuable to my future students. I believe that just like us adults, students need to be motivated in order to want to learn. And one thing that motivates them in today's society is technology. It's my hope that as I enter the world of teaching that I can help bridge a gap between teacher and student using tools that to these digital natives are exhilarating and thought-provoking. I have learned that in order to do this, I need to step forward into their technologically advanced world instead of expecting them to step backward into mine. My action research project was to implement a raffle system into my teaching to help encourage more students to participate. I implemented this system while working as a substitute teacher in the juvenile hall facilities around Riverside County. Within these facilities, I was working with students who, on top of having a variety of learning disabilities, also came from troubled home lives and struggled with a lack of self-confidence and/or self-control. I came to learn through my research in a book called The Total Transformation Program that the lack of control over their lives is often what caused them to act out or even back away from anything that may make them feel like a failure, such as schoolwork. Each period I would give raffle tickets to the students who were doing the work that directly related to that period of study. They did not get a ticket if they were reading, working on another subject, sitting quietly, and so on, only if they were working on what was assigned. And at the end of each period, I would draw 3 winners. The idea was to let them be in charge of how many tickets they received and to base it on their effort and not their grades. This way, they were in total control and there was no chance of failure, just choice. Their reward was a treat that they would normally only get outside of their cell walls. Jolly Ranchers. I kept a daily log of participation levels during this project to create my data. My baseline data came from 1 week of logging participation levels, not using the raffle system. As you can see, the participation level averaged around 50%. During weeks 2 and 3 of this project, I implemented the raffle system. You may notice that at week 2 there was a slight increase in participation, and by week 3 an even higher rise in the participation levels. I discovered that this project was successful because of a change in the participation of a very few students. This project turned out to be a useful addition to my classroom management skills and my overall experience in education. My curricular unit focused on 8th grade algebra and the subject of equations. It was my own struggles with math in junior high and high school that inspired me to become a math teacher, and my newfound love of algebra in college that led me to choose this particular subject matter. My goals for this unit were to integrate tools that were embedded with technology to give my students a more relatable and positive perspective about math, allow students to use their creative capabilities in conjunction with technology to solve equations, let students discover how math equations relate to the real world, and provide an environment that encourages shared ideas and higher levels of thinking about equations supported by a foundation of technology. This unit meets the following standards set forth by the Common Core State Standards for Mathematics, and also the ISTE standards for teachers and students, formerly known as NETs. The unit covers 7 chapters, each chapter demonstrating different ways of solving equations. It begins with one-step equations and moves on through the unit ending with absolute value equations. I have set up a class website that supports each chapter within the unit and allows students 24-hour access to all the videos we watch in class, homework assignments, worksheets, web quests, and all other helpful information. Throughout the unit, all of my direct instruction is supported by video. Each time a concept or key term is mentioned in the video, I pause it to clarify or reiterate important information. It also allows them time to make notes. Students are required to take notes using their Note Taker HD app. This app by Software Garden is great for writing and organizing handwritten notes and diagrams on the iPad. It also allows students to create PDF files to email me their notes, and the ability to shrink their writing so that they can get a lot of text on one page, and insert custom shapes or images. Students can also cut, copy, and paste selections to customize each page with titles, page numbers, tags, and much more. At the end of each lesson, students are required to email me a copy of their notes. All of the students' bookwork is done using the Holt-McDougall digital textbook and their iPad. This provides them access to bilingual glossaries, interactive practice tests, videos, activities, and much more. At the end of each lesson, students will use their digital textbooks along with their Note Taker HD notes to complete their interactive practice quiz. Using the digital textbook allows me the ability to see the results of their quizzes immediately. When students finish their work, they are encouraged to go to www.coolmath.com for more interactive math activities and games, or they can work on their homework. In this unit, students will also work in groups to complete 2 different concept connection activities. These activities are found in their digital textbooks and tie together real-world experiences with concepts they have learned about in regards to equations. During the last week of this unit, students will work in assignment groups to create a math music video. They will use iMovie on the iPad to create their videos. Each group will be assigned a specific topic from the unit that must be explained in detail throughout their video. In other words, they are required to incorporate all key concepts and vocabulary along with examples that represent their concepts somewhere within the video.
Oh, linear equations, oh, linear equations, oh, a function whose graph is a line.
The winning video will then be posted on the class website, and each group member will receive a payday as their reward. I would like to thank the wonderful faculty and staff at APU for their support and encouragement in helping me meet my academic goals. I would also like to thank my parents, my children, and my wonderful husband for standing by me and helping me through it all.